Let's talk a little bit about gearing. What is your take, guys, on like the gearing process specifically for olds with the crest system, etc.? Is it fast, slow for you? What problems do you encounter in that regard? Let's start with LB again.
Well, I'll counter your question with a question. Was anyone complaining during Dragonflight? Like, did anyone hate how fast it was to gear? Or like, has anyone hated those token traders? Like if you don't get like a
Mhm.
certain trinket,
Yeah.
this deep into the season, if I still haven't gotten a sack brood, should I
Yeah.
not be able to go and buy it? These things that, yeah, they speed the game up, and I guess they probably affect metrics like, retention or playtime. But I mean, people will quit the game because it takes how many dungeons? It takes so many dungeons to max out a specific
90.
piece of gear,
Yeah.
It's like 90. Oh,
nowadays.
a piece. You have 90 to max out on your gilded right now. It's like 90
Yeah,
plus a
it's
piece.
it's kind of crazy
Yeah.
though. But I mean, I think, yeah, I've said all I can say. I think they've taken a step back since Dragonflight. I don't know if it's bad right now, but it's definitely worse than it has been from a player standpoint.
Yeah. Well, what I can say is I kind of enjoyed this process on my main because now you have to, like the tiers, the mid track gear needs more crest to get upgraded. In the
Hmm.
beginning, that was kind of fine, but it was this week when I actually ended up using glided crest, right? I upgraded the last piece, so there's no more crest that I can use right now unless I get another piece or something like that.
Mhm.
That was way too long first on my main, and then all of the odds, because I play all the odds like LB kind of thing, even like a few DPS classes. They're so far behind, man. Like I log into my paladin because I wanted to gear it last week. And the cap for the glided crest right now is almost 1200, right?
Yeah.
I had like 300 farmed, right? So I'm like 900 crests behind.
Yeah.
I'm not catching up. And at the same time, my main is piling all those crests and valor stones, which are just sitting there now because I cannot use them for anything. Maybe if they at least open it up so I can trade them to my ults instead of them getting wasted. And then what LB said, okay, they don't like the dinar kind of thing where you can get a piece of gear.
Mhm.
But that late into the season, come on, man. Like, put a
Yeah,
vendor
for
there.
real.
Okay, you don't want to do it for the start. That's fine. But that late in the season, specifically for olds where you don't have biz gear for sure. I remember the first time when Mists of Tyrna site was around, I farmed this dungeon more than 30 times on my paladin to get the changeling and just wouldn't drop. And I was sick of
Mm.
it at the end. I was like, man, I've paid my dues. I've been here for so long. Like, I need to be rewarded now. It's not fair. I just keep playing this dungeon and I don't get the piece of gear. So there needs to be something like that in the game. And specifically for olds, as I said, it's going to speed up a little bit the process because obviously you're behind on olds. Just let them have more catch-up mechanics. But then Spy Masters drops from the raid, and that's best
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
many classes, right? And
Yeah.
what do you do? What are you supposed to do now? Go raid? I
Yep.
watched Tetos other day in their podcast, and he was saying, you know what? I don't raid this tier. But I need the Spy Masters, and I keep bugging and offering gold to people just to trade it for me. And I was like, I'm gonna give you 200,000 gold for the trinket if it drops. And the guy's like, if you pay me 1 million, I'm gonna give it to you. So is this the type of experience that we're going for? Like, you're basically forcing somebody to pay gold for a trinket and do content that they don't want to do just because they want to play in Mythic Plus and they don't have their
Yeah.
biz. And as
It's
I said,
crazy.
it's fine in the beginning of the season, but like once the middle hits, whatever that is, just open the dinars at this point, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
that would actually incentivize people to play a little bit more because I miss best pieces on my shaman as well, right? So I would just go and farm those dinars, and they could be like you can get one every 2 weeks or something. You don't need to give all three at the same time or something, but there needs to be something like that. I'm quite positive that this is going to have a positive effect on people that still play the game.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, so season I think 1 and 2 of Shadowlands, we had like legendaries, and so we didn't have oh my goodness, I'm blanking. What's the thing where you can trade your gear in to get a tier piece?
The
The
catalyst.
catalyst?
Yeah.
Catalyst, yeah, what the heck? But we didn't have a catalyst, right? That
Mhm.
just wasn't in the game. And then they added it, and everyone was like, rejoice, party in the streets. And here we are today, we still have it. They had a problem, they found the solution, and the game is better for it. The bullion system, the dinar system, like, why is that not seen as a solution to a problem of like I don't want to spam for the trinket. I don't want to do raid if I do mythic plus.
Yeah.
Or I remember back then it was as a healer who didn't have a ranged DPS spec alternative. So like I was a Mistweaver monk. We don't have like a balanced druid that I can spec
Mhm.
into. I couldn't get the resonating reservoir. Like I just couldn't get it unless someone like a druid traded it to me. So like these kind of things, this is a problem. Here's a solution. Use it. Put it in the game. This late into the season, like you're saying though.
Yeah.
I
And they
just don't
know
get
it
it.
works. It's there. You don't
Yeah.
have to code
And
it
we like
because
it.
yeah. All right. So maybe if we keep asking, they're gonna deliver.